The divine bliss, which is the source of all happiness, is related to its knowledge that was revealed in its original form by the supreme divine power, Krishna, during his miraculous appearance in this world. That was the Gita, the origin of all the spiritual isms and the knowledge of all the knowledges, which has now been further simplified by His Divinity Swami Prakashanand Saraswati, the foremost disciple of Jagadguru Sri Kripaluji Maharaj, who is the supreme divine descension of this age. The Gita is not only a philosophy, it is a promise of God.
Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mame vaishyasi satyam te pratijani priyosi me.
It tells to merge all the spiritual formalities into the exclusiveness of loving devotion to the supreme form of God, and you will receive His vision.
Vande Nanda Vrajastrina Andarena Mabhiknashaha Yansam Harikathot Gitam Punati Bhuvanatrayam Namaha Kamalana Namaha Kamalamaline Namaha Kamalapandaya Namaste Kamale Chana. The Divine Souls, explaining the verse Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru, we learn that Krishna says, give your mind to me as Krishna, not anywhere else. So I explained that in the world, people keep their mind not in God, but in my consciousness. And very few who give their mind to Krishna. So I explained 5 kinds of my consciousness. Just like those who are totally in the world, never thinking of God. Others who think of God, but with a desire to receive worldly prosperity from God, means selfish devotions. They are also in the world, in my consciousness, because their mind is attached in the world, but they are seeking God's help for their personal family well-being. Then there are 3 more, those who worship various forms of celestial gods and goddesses. Others who practice yoga for receiving yoga siddhis. And the last 5th one, those who worship their own soul, self-realization. So we see all of these 5 categories of people they are in fully my consciousness. The field of Maya and the field of God both are separate. Field of Maya. What is field of Maya? Whole universe plus celestial abodes plus your soul, which is under the bondage. Because soul is already under the bondage of Maya. Gita itself says, Buddhi Ratna Mahan Para, Mahata Param Vyaktat Purusha Para. Beyond your mind is soul, beyond your soul is Maya, beyond Maya is God. So you have to go beyond Maya to come to Krishna, not within Maya or within yourself. So those who do yoga practices, do samadhi, attain some powers with a desire to influence the world, to receive more name and fame and prestige in the world, to influence the people, the audience. They are also under the total bondage of their own desire of receiving the fame and name in the world. It is a very deep desire. There are two classes of desire. Desire for entertainment, physical entertainment, and desire to become big. So you can show your vanity. So desire to become big, to show your vanity, is deeper than sensual desires. So in fact, those yogis who are involved in their self-prestige, self-ego, self-praise, consciousness, they are lower than those who are totally involved in their sense enjoyment, sensual enjoyments. Because the desire to become big is much more deeper, subtler and stronger. And those who worship their own self, worshipping own self, we can learn a little more today. Worshipping own self, worshipping from what? From the mind. Every activity, is mental. It starts from the mind. You think, mental activity, you think and do mental, physical activity. There cannot be any doing without thinking. Thinking plus doing are thinking alone. So thinking alone, thinking plus doing, in both mind is involved. So soul is beyond mind. How mind can reach soul? Impossible. Beyond means where you cannot reach. Just like what is beyond this wall, you can't see unless you break the wall. So beyond means you cannot reach. So when mind cannot reach the soul, how can mind realize the soul? It is impossible. But we call it self-realization. So whatever is self-realization is not realization of your soul, realization of your own pure mind. That's all, nothing else. Mind could be pure to any extent. Mind is mind. You can purify ferrum, iron. You can say crude, rusty, dirty iron. You don't like to touch it. You refine it, oh, it became a steel. Oh, good. Refine it more, oh, stainless steel. The best stainless steel. Okay. From a crude, rusty ferrum to the best stainless steel. But what is the substantial difference? Nothing. Just question of purity. No substantial difference. Same ferrum and same ferrum. So substance is not changed. The substance was purified. That's all. You cannot change the substance by any amount of purification. So what is the substance of the mind? Substance of the mind? Maya. Maya has very impure form, devilish power, tamogun. Maya has a selfish power, in between. Maya has a pure power, sattvagun. So sattvagun, tamogun, rajogun. So purity means improving your sattvagun of the mind. That's it. So mind could be sattvic. Sattukam sukhamatmotham. The pleasure of your own self is sattvic, not gunatit. Gunatit means not beyond Maya, not godly, only sattvic, the pure quality of the Maya. So how could your mind reach soul? No, it's impossible. Anyway, still who worship their own soul, they are under the bondage of Maya. So Krishna says, come to me, just me. So these are all 5 kinds of consciousness that keep you in the world and they come under the bondage and category of Maya. Anyway, all these people who worship the world, their own desires, celestial gods and goddesses, yoga siddhis, their own soul, all these worshippers, they are really faithful? Yeah. They are sincere? Oh yes. So they have developed faith? Yes. Without faith, you cannot worship anything or anybody or anyone. So how the faith was created? Unless this wrong faith is broken, you cannot have a right faith. Faith means faith, right or wrong. If you have a wrong faith, you have to break it and have a right faith. So, how this wrong faith developed? There are mainly 4 ways, or from 4 sources you can say. There are some religions in the world, who teach this kind of things. Religions, some cults in the world, they develop many kinds of books we study and our personal preference. So religions, cults, books, personal preference. There are 4 reasons of cultivating our faith in a wrong direction. First we take religions. There are many religions in the world. They do not teach the path to God. They teach just a fraction of the path to God. A fraction. Not the total path to God. Just like suppose the child is going to kindergarten school and is learning something. He is playing mostly, learning the alphabet, some words. That's all. So that's not the total education. He has to go further up, standard 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, passing all the classes. Then he can be graduated. Anyway, so some religions, for instance, you can say Buddha religion, Jain religion, you would have heard about Incas, they worshipped the sun god. Some people worship god of fire, even nowadays. And Jain and Buddha, they came from India, but yet they were all just a part of the path of God realization, not the total path. So they are prominent religions. They are established religions, and those who follow that path as a total path, they are totally mistaken. They're like a boy going to kindergarten class and thinks that's the whole education, he is totally mistaken. You have to go ahead. So what is in the Jain and Buddha? We can have a simple glimpse. Jain and Buddha, they just teach you to control yourself. That's all. Controlling your emotions, controlling your desires, controlling your outgoing nature of the mind. That's all, to control. Is it bad? No, it's very good. You need that thing. So it's just a first part towards God realization, but not the total path. But it's a big religion, big philosophical books, like a big thesis, many commentaries, the whole philosophy of Jain and Buddha. Yes, is a philosophy there. But the philosophy relates only to your concentration, to your own self. Don't let your mind go out in the emotional field of any kind. What are your emotions? Anger, greed, lust, jealousy, hatred, all these kinds of. Are they good? No, they are very bad things. They are very bad, yes, so control it. Control your anger, control your greed, control your lust, control your willfulness, moodiness, be quiet and calm. So, controlling all these bad qualities of your mind, how to control? Then they provide some practices. Some practice. Okay, you want to control your palate, do fasting, no salt, no sugar. Okay, practice for 10 days, 15 days, 1 month, 2 months, not for a day. We do 1 day here in a week. So, controlling your palate. So, in this way, there are many ways of controlling. Do many kind of fasting, then concentration techniques, then meditation techniques, then observation is a big philosophy, very extensive. So, by fasting and controlling your outgoing nature of the mind, you control your emotions to some extent. Just like suppose you like something very much, so don't look at that thing. You like apple very much, don't look at the apple. You like women, don't look at the woman. They are very bad. So these kind of things are in that religion. So whatever is attractive to you, the most attractive, so avoid that thing physically. To avoid that thing physically, this is the first step. In both Jain and Buddha, they are very similar religions. So physically, how to avoid? You are in the world, so go to jungle then. So they have two processes, one for family people, one for renounced people. They also have sannyasi in their own cult. So, means physically you have to be away from those attractions. First step. And then internally you have to do some devotion. Devotion to what? Devotion to your own mind. Means controlling your mind and bring your mind to sattvic state of consciousness. So, first eliminate your physical consciousness. This is in Buddha. It's more elevated. It's philosophy. There are 4 kinds: Madhyamik, Yogachar, Vaivahashik, Sautrantik. Because Bhagavan Buddha, whatever he told the disciples, they expanded his philosophy. So they became 4 kinds. But all the four kinds are very similar. They teach the same thing, as I am telling you now. So first release your body consciousness that you are not body. Then what you are? You are mind, not body. Mind is the observer of your body actions. That is their meditation. Mind is the observer of your body action. That's it. So observe. So the fly is flying, sitting on your nose. It's not your nose. It's just nose of your body. You are observing. Suppose you are walking. You are walking? No. Your body is walking. You are observing. Your body is walking. Suppose you look to your hand. There is a hair. It's not your hair. It's like a grass is growing on the ground, so on this ground of your body, hair is growing. If you start practicing this kind of thing, you might spend your whole lifetime without success. Because the mind is so fickle, so attached, so willful, you fail. Anyway, this is a religion. So, this kind of practice is there in that religion. So, when you go above body consciousness, your mind is observer, real observer. Then second step, observe the emotions of your mind. Mind is the observer of your body actions. Then second step, mind is the observer of your emotional mind. Now mind has become two, emotional mind and other mind. So your other mind is observing the emotions of your conscious mind. You are frustrated. Who? The emotional mind is frustrated, and I am watching this emotional mind. Second higher step, watching the frustration of the emotional mind, watching the agony of the conscious mind, observing the greed or lust or jealousy of this conscious mind. Who is observing? Your mind itself. But they split into two. They have to realize that thing. Practically realize, oh, you are observing. Second higher stage. So it might take a few lifetimes to come to that stage if you practice sincerely, wholeheartedly. To that stage. Yet no God, just your mind. No soul, just the mind, that's all. Then there are like that. Go further ahead. Observe the observer. Last step. Observe the observer of the conscious mind. That is the end of Buddha and Jain meditations. So, is there any God? No. Soul? No. They come close to soul, but just the controlling of the mind. So I gave you just a glimpse of these religions. They are religions, but they are not the total path of God realization. Controlling your senses, your emotions is good, but without thinking of God, they are very, very difficult to do. Just like suppose someone says, leave your emotions. Very difficult. Okay. Suppose you have a child, adopted child, and someone says, oh, it's not your child. Forget him. Don't love him. You can't do that thing. But if you have your own child from your own body, you will love him. And then you don't love that much the adopted child. Oh, I made a mistake adopting that child. Now I have my own child. It means if you give something to your mind to hold on, then your mind can leave something. But just leaving everything without getting something pleasurable, that is very difficult. but these are paths. So what I mean to say that if you think these religions as total path of God realization, you are mistaken. So there are many such religions in the world. They teach you, they don't teach the wrong thing, but they are only partial, not total path. So we have to break that faith. Take it partially, that's it. Then there are many more cults in the world, new cults, they teach some this kind of things. Not God realization, but they talk of God realization. So we have to break that faith and come into divine love consciousness. So the rest of this topic I'll explain tomorrow. We'll do chanting. For a devotee, it is important to discipline his mind and body. At the same time, it is important that he must surrender his self to Krishna. Both are important simultaneously, not one after another. So with such thought that Krishna is our supreme divine beloved, and we are to receive his bliss and grace, with such conception of his grace, we will do the chanting. Govind Jai Jai Gopal Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Govind Jai Jai Govind Jai Jai Gopal Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Govind Jai Jai Govind Jai Jai Gopal Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Govind Jai Jai Govind Jai Jai Gopal Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Govind Jai Jai Govind Jai Jai Gopal Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Govind Jai Jai Govind Jai Jai Gopal Jai Jai Radha Govind Jai Jai Gopal Jai Jai Radha